Hello, I'm Helen Chen, the founder and creator of Helen's Asian Kitchen. And I want to talk to you about woks and stir-fry pans. We have an absolutely wonderful non-stick 14-inch wok or a 12-inch stir-fry pan, both flat bottom with a Western style handle. And my favorite is because it's non-stick. And this is a very, very special non-stick. It is called Excalibur. An Excalibur is a non-stick that is reinforced with stainless steel so that it is very durable, very strong, and it doesn't have the PFOA that people are worried about. So it's a pan that you don't have to season. You don't have to worry about it ever rusting. You just clean it and use it the way you do any pan. This is the 14-inch size, and it has a very neat helper handle. Flat bottom, of course, and this is the 12-inch size. So the choice of which one you want to use really may be in terms of how often you cook, how many people you cook for. So if you're cooking generally for 2 to 4 people, the 12-inch is fine. If you're cooking for more people, maybe the 14-inch, or if you're cooking something that's very bulky, like a lot of fried rice or stir-fried noodles, which has a lot of bulk in it, you may want to use a 14-inch. I might recommend that you have one of each. The 14-inch comes in open stock, which means just the pan alone, or with a tempered glass lid. And we use the lid about 40%, 30% of the time when we're cooking things like vegetables that are very hard, like green beans or broccoli or cauliflower, things like that. But if you're stir-frying something that's very tender, like snow peas or spinach, you don't need to use the lid. The 12-inch pan does not come with a lid, but you can use almost any 12-inch lid that you may have at home. So I'm going to actually cook in this pan, and we are going to make something called coral and jade, which is a shrimp with snow peas. So the coral is that wonderful color of the shrimp when it's cooked, and the jade is that green of the snow peas. So the pan, by the way, both pans can be used on gas or electric or induction. So we have an induction stove here, and it can be used on basically any burner at all. And if you're concerned or you're wondering about, gee, is the flat bottom really the authentic way that Chinese cook? I'll tell you that today in China, most everybody cooks with a flat bottom pan because they're using stoves that have flat surfaces. And that's the big difference. You don't really need to use a round bottom pan anymore because what we have at home are flat burners. So this is the far more efficient way to cook. I'm also going to be stir-frying with our wonderful bamboo stir-fry tool. And you notice that it's curved on one side. And this is so that the curvature matches the curve in the pan itself. It makes a lot of sense because you don't want to use a squared off spatula in a pan that's round. The bamboo tools are dishwasher safe, and I really like using them because it's quiet. I can hear the sizzling of the food that's cooking and not the clanging of metal against metal. But with Excalibur non-stick, you can use a metal tool if you wish. It's that durable and that strong. So let's start cooking. Let me turn on the stove and get it going. We're going to use a little bit of oil, and this is actually canola oil. And canola oil has the lowest saturated fat of any oil that's in the market today. And we have some ginger. Now, I just put in a few ginger slices, very thin ginger slices, into the oil. And what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the ginger slices to sizzle. Because when they begin sizzling, I know that the oil is hot enough. I do not want the oil to smoke, meaning I don't want it to begin burning. So, stir up the shrimp. Now the shrimp has been seasoned with a little bit of wine, cornstarch, and a little bit of ginger and salt. Put that into the pan. Ah, that wonderful sizzling sound. and we saute that. These are extra large shrimp. They're beautiful. And as they're cooking, they're going to turn a pink color. You can see that. These will cook very, very quickly. And we're also going to be using water chestnuts. And these are just plain sliced water chestnuts. We put those right into the pan. The water chestnuts don't have to be cooked per se. They just need to be reheated. So you don't have to worry about, when shall I put them in? Is it too early, too late? As long as you get them hot. That's the important thing. And then we're going to add in a secret ingredient, ketchup. I know a lot of you may be thinking, ketchup? But this is what adds to the flavor, and it actually makes the shrimp really jump out in a beautiful color. So we use some tomato ketchup. This particular dish does not have any soy sauce in it. So people who are looking to reduce the amount of sodium they are eating, this is a great one. And here are the snow peas. Add those right in. Keep on stirring. The dish is almost completely done. You see how beautiful that is. And it's finished. Take a platter. Now, the pan can, because it's 14-inch, it can be a little bit heavy to pick up when it's full of food. And here's a little trick that I have sort of invented myself. You take your spatula and just hook it on the helper handle like this, and it's much easier than to pick up the pan. And I just want you to see how easy that slides right out. No sticking whatsoever. And that is our finished dish. It's fit for family on a weekday night or for friends for a party on a weekend. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you.